Welcome back, everyone, to another video. I am back with World of Tanks content now, guys. I now have a brand new hard drive that is working awesome for me. So, spent about, I don't know, about 40, 50 bucks to fix it, and then for the parts that I needed and stuff like that, and then got a new hard drive. So, I am up and running now, and it's awesome. So, yeah, let's talk about this match here. So, we spawned on Safe Haven, one of the maps that they added not too long ago, and it's not exactly the greatest map, to be honest. For lights and mediums, it's okay, I guess. It's mostly made for heavies, and this match kind of surprised me just as much as it might you. So we end up doing a pretty well job, and it really shows the strengths of this tank, and I absolutely love this tank. The German Bulldog's amazing. The Alpha's nice for a light tank. The penetration's not bad, especially the HE pen is pretty good. It's 102 millimeters of HE pen. And also, it's fast, and it has decent camo. Like, I did end up putting a turbo in this. I replaced, what was it, I can't remember what else I replaced it with, but I know that I have optics and I have low noise exhaust. And then before that, I think I had vents, but I ended up trading vents for a turbo, and it seems to have better power to rate ratio because of that. So, I found that a turbo does work better. It kind of does struggle getting to its top speed, which is partly why I put the turbo in there, but it does go about 70 to 72 kilometers an hour, so it is pretty nice for that. Yeah, it's just overall just a decent tank. It's kind of hard to play a little bit because, again, it has no armor, of course. It's just a little bit of a better Bulldog, but German, of course. And so, yeah, the only complaints I really have about is the accuracy. It's like 0.35, 0.36-ish, so it's kind of inaccurate for such a low caliber gun, and you'll kind of see that too with this match. But anyway, I do have 3 other videos I plan on making. I do have some decent replays that I want to show you guys, so that's going to be doing over the next 2 weeks. There'll be about 3 more videos. I do apologize for not uploading over the last 3 weeks, or I've just been trying to get my life figured out. And just doing a lot of job interviews, a lot of research and stuff, and all that. So, yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I don't know when I'm gonna move out to the farm, if I do at all. It honestly just depends, but we will see what goes on. So yeah, we've got some not too bad of damage right now. We're just kind of farming people who spot, and this Progetto just doesn't want to move, so he's giving me free damage and free spotting as well, and then just like that, he's just gone within a matter of about 10 seconds or so. So now I'm going to move up. I did spot the Pershing, and I am going to get shot here, which is totally fine. I was expecting that, but we have lost center, which is why I decided to make a move. I want to take cover first before I relocate, and before I risk taking more damage than necessary. And ultimately, I want to be able to clear the hill, and I accidentally waste a shot there, but it's fine. And yeah, I have to try to make sure that I'm not going to get flanked there from the north, and that's starting to happen, unfortunately. So I want to try to spot these guys here as quick as possible, because that's going to prove to be vital later in the match. We're not going to win it, of course, because we've already lost a lot of map control, which is kind of a really bad thing. And now I'm just going to try to push around here, try to flank around. It's actually kind of a bad idea because I'm afraid of the crossfire, but I'm like, okay, I have to do something. I'm just going to die anyway. I might as well try. And that other tank, the Scorpion, he's nowhere to be seen. So we're just going to permatrack this Pershing here, set him on fire, and just get some nice free assistance and get some nice actual damage too. And there we go. Unfortunately, my kill does get stolen, but it's not a huge deal. So now we're up to 2,500 damage and almost 2,500 spotting. So far, damage-wise, things are looking pretty good. I haven't made too many mistakes or possible mistakes yet, which is good. So now I'm just going to try to see if I can spot the east side here a little bit. I have to be very careful because, as you can see on the mini-map, there are quite a lot of tanks all over the place on the kind of northeast and northwest part of the map. So now I'm just going to try to get some sniping done. I do accidentally miss that shot. Like I said, this gun isn't exactly the most accurate, which is, understandable. I actually think my camo, I believe I got it up to 32% now with the Lona's exhaust. I do try a gold round there. It doesn't, it doesn't do much, unfortunately. Just because I wanted to guarantee the pen, but it didn't really matter because my accuracy didn't really help at all. So now I'm just going to blind fire this bush to where the TVP is, the Tank Destroyer one, and I'm just going to sit here and try to get some more damage before we die. I do spot the Scorpion. I'm not lit yet. I actually do have, with food that I'm running here, as you guys can see, I actually do have 475 meters view range, which is really, really nice for spotting the enemy. And we've actually done a test. It was a big test that we did in Yikes server, and they made a lot of good points. And based on our studies, we found out that view range will beat anything. It'll beat camo, and I found that to be true too, because in the EBR, I have better camo in the EBR than the Manicore does, but a Manicore has a lot better view range than the EBR. So the Manicore, from my experience anyway, has always outspotted the EBR. I mean, the EBR doesn't have great view range anyway, but I have like 5, 6 skills on my EBR, and I still struggle to outspot Manicores, despite having 52% camo and stuff like that, despite having so it's very interesting concept. So view range is very critical out of anything. I do miss that first shot there on that kind of like a baby Caliban almost. That's just I guess it was just another version just for wargaming to try to get people to gamble. We do take some damage now, and we're up to about 3.7k damage. Sorry. And at this point, I know that I'm gonna get rushed. I wanted to try to ram kill that TVP just for the memes, and earlier, as you saw, that we did ram kill that ELC, which was kind of funny. So now I'm just gonna watch my allies just try to finish off this match. Again, I probably threw, to be honest. Looking back now, I could have been a little bit wiser trying to kill the Caliban and the other one-shots. Like the TVP and the M6, they're both one-shots. Artie is pretty easy to deal with too. You just use HE. And then the Carnarvon would have been a little bit of work too, because he has 4 kills and he has the DPM, he has the armor and the mobility. So yeah, it is a decent tank. It is a little hard to play. Like, recently, the more I play it, the more I start finding myself getting frustrated with it, just because there wasn't a whole lot I could do. I keep finding myself in situations where I constantly keep making mistakes, and because of that, it's kind of it's kind of screwed up what I should be doing, and I do overpoke sometimes, which was my fault. Like, I'll admit that I was being too aggressive, which is the problem. But other than that, it's, like I said, it's decent. The only complaints I have about it is the accuracy is really the only bad thing about it. Like I said, the V range is awesome. The camo is pretty decent too for such a big tank. The alpha is nice. The penetration's, it's fair for a light tank. And yeah, it's overall, I'm happy with it. I've always wanted to try it out, and it happened to be added to the Bond shop recently. And that's how I got it, was through that. It was definitely worth it. And I didn't have a tier 8, because all I have is heavies and tank destroyers for tier 8, and I wanted a light tank, and this happened to be the perfect match. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed watching. I'm going to try to get some more content out here before I start working. And yeah, I will catch you all